Hello, this is Anachron, your host, and it's time for our first installment of Read the Fucking Manual. You've all done it. You know that bit of advice that everybody tells you that doesn't really help, but you should have probably taken it. So, I understand not everybody can read. Some people are actually legitimately dyslexic. We're going to go ahead and just read the whole book. And if you don't want to watch that, well, you know, little click away. Bye-bye. So we're going to sit here and read an instruction manual one at a time for each of my devices. It'll probably take a while. We're going to start with a short one. Today we have the TD-3. Behringer TD-3 rocked the world when they brought this out for an affordable price, which is a pretty respectable replica of the Roland TD-303. That was, I'm not even going to talk about that. But yes, this is an extraordinary synthesizer. It has one oscillator, which is kind of basic. And that's nice sometimes. You don't want a whole bunch of stuff. You want to know what you can do with one oscillator and take it to a filter. Yeah. Then we can adjust the resonance. Yeah, put a little envelope on it. Don't even know what that did for a long time. Decay, yeah, make the sound longer. Accent, make it thump. Okay. We're gonna read the book and see if we can understand this a little bit better. I can explain the sequencer better to you too, because I understand the TB303. It's actually not that complicated, and I'm gonna give you all the secrets if you stay with me. Here we go. Let's read the fucking manual. I got a little, what do you call it? We got stickers. All right, we hear you. We'll put that on there. Somewhere in view. Now what I'm going to do is try to do a little close-up box so you guys can follow along. Here we go. This is the instruction manual, quick start guide for the Behringer TD-3. Let's start our video. Boom, got it. Something's happening. We have many languages all mixed together. That's the problem here. We have English, Espanol, I guess that's Spanish, for French, DE, I think that's actually German, but they don't say the word German, they say Deutsch. PT, geez, I'm way out of my league here. I'm going to stick with this one, but the problem with this book is it goes, here, you'll see. So let's read it. Quick Start Guide, TD-3, analog baseline synthesizer with VCO, I think that stands for voltage controlled oscillator, VCF, that's voltage controlled filter, a 16-step sequencer, 4 beats, distortion, effects, and 16 voice polychain. I don't know what the heck that means. I think it's a marketing trick. Woo, danger. All right, are we going to read all this? Probably not. I normally would. Don't dip it in water. Yeah, read the book. Keep it the book. Do the warnings. Don't be stupid. Do what we tell you. Apparatus? What? All right, man, I'm out of here. That's a silly word right there. Do not install near any heat source. Whatever. It's tough, man. I'll unplug it when it starts melting. That's what I'm going to worry about here. Do not, what is that? Do not defeat the safety purpose of the polar, whatever. Yeah, I'll cut it up any which way I want, and then I won't blame you. I'll take responsibility. Because what I tell my kids, responsibility is the opposite of blaming. So if you're blaming somebody, you're not taking responsibility. But yeah, don't drop it on your head. Don't, just be smart. In all languages. We're gonna go over the warnings. Okay, here we go. Plug it in. Boom. The hookup. TD-3 is the hookup, man. You get one of these and you are ready to rock and roll any party you walk into. I shit you not, man. These are awesome. What is this? You got a MIDI keyboard, plug it into there. That's right, you do that, and you can get all 4 octaves. Yeah, the TD-3 only plays 4 octaves. You go up here on the keyboard, nothing's happening. You're like, hey, my thing's broke. It's plugged in. I don't hear anything. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing. Boom, magic. Okay, so remember that too. Audio, USB, computer. I don't mess with that. I go about interface and into the phone. And then I record on the phone. Headphones, I don't use headphones. I like to take my shirt off and listen to clothes naked through speakers. because your ears don't stop at the lobes. They keep going all the way around your body. So if you listen to music naked, you can hear more. I know it sounds silly, but it's the truth. I only speak truth here. Where are we at? Next page. What is this? Band practice system. Oh yeah, plug in an amp and rock that mother. I like it. Let's keep going. All these different hookup styles. You can get creative. You don't even need to follow what they say. Look at the plug and think, how many things can I jam into that and see what happens? We got controls, filter, sequencer. That thing's actually beautiful. I'm going to tell you how to use it, and you're going to be like, whoa, why was I looking at it wrong? Okay, let's read the controls. TD-3 controls. Step 2. Synthesizer section. Tune. Adjust the frequency of the internal VCO oscillator. Approximately 1 octave either side of center. Approximately is the key word here. Because if you crank that sucker all the way to the top, it's not exactly 1 octave. You need a tuner to actually set this thing. And I highly recommend using a tuner because the frequencies you play today and that feel good today are going to be a little bit off tomorrow in the way you feel the next day. So just sticking to one tuning on every single session is going to tire yourself out. So retune your TD-3 every single time you use it for more enjoyment. Number 2, cutoff. Let's see if I can make sure I get this in here. Adjust the cutoff frequency of the low pass VCF filter, voltage control filter. Frequencies above the cutoff will be attenuated, such as the higher order harmonics. Frequencies above the cutoff, attenuated. Now, I don't know what that word means, but I know if you turn it down, that shit disappears. So attenuated must mean that, it takes it out. Number 3, resonance. Adjust the amount of emphasis given to the signal level at the cutoff frequency. Emphasis? That sounds kind of like accent. Yeah, I don't really understand resonance. Anyway, I'm reading the manual now. Envelope. Number 4, select the depth of modulation applied by the envelope generator to the VCF cutoff frequency. Let's see, depth of modulation, envelope generator. I think that puts a little bounce on it, or rounds off the top or something. I'm not like a rocket surgeon here. I don't know all this stuff. Decay. Control the amount of time taken for the envelope to decay from the current level to the minimum. That's just like the volume. It's like if you had a volume knob for the sound, you push the button and it goes, whoom, you turn it off. You push the button and it goes, whoom. That's your decay, man. All right, accent. Adjust the amount of accent given to the output for any notes programmed with an accent. Output. I'm thinking of the jack on the machine. No. Okay. Accent's going to put a little thump under the note. That's the way I think of that. Accent. Make it thump. Okay. Next one. Patch bay. Connections. Filter in. This input allows the connection of an external audio signal instead of the internal VCO oscillator. Now, I don't find that to be true because I plug things into the filter in and you get both. You get both the external and the internal. In fact, I can barely hear the external. So I never really figured out how to use that. I ended up plugging the output into the filter in just because somebody said to try it, but it made this weird little thing happen. I didn't like it. So yeah, I don't understand that shit either. So I'm not going to explain the manual. I'm going to read it. Number 8, sync in. This input allows the use of an external clock and start-stop signal. I've never used that either. I plugged one in out of the Volca and it didn't work. So I was like, I guess it's broken. But I think there's all these different kinds of signals and it needs to specify what kind of start-stop signal. It doesn't say. It's just, there's a kind. We're not going to tell you. But the kind I tried, it wasn't it. Number 9, CV out. Control voltage output 1 volt per octave. Now, these are really cool. You want to start doing this. If you're not using CV and gate, do it. Just plug it into whatever and see what happens. It's fun. Gate is the same way. Gate output. I don't really understand them. One's kind of like the note and the other is like when it goes on and off or something. I don't know. But I know that if you plug that into another synthesizer, it starts playing something similar to what that first one is. All right, step 11, phones. Connect your headphones to this 3.5 millimeter TRS output. Make sure the volume is turned down before putting on headphones. I don't recommend headphones. Sure, you can hear deeper shit, and if you create deeper shit with headphones and then you try to get someone to listen to it, they're just going to hear the mud. And you're going to be like, no, you got to play headphones to listen to my music, man. And they're going to be like, I ain't going to do that because I play it on my phone. So if your shit don't sound good on a shitty speaker, it don't sound good. I'm sorry, man. You got to make it sound good on every single medium. Somebody going to play it in their car. They might have good speakers in their car. They might have a thumper in the trunk. They may have, like, you know, something that's just a little 6-incher. And they're like, oh, I got my Bluetooth speaker. I'm going to rock this shit. You want them rocking to your song, okay? You don't want special requirements for your music. So, yeah, I wouldn't use headphones, man. Make it sound good on all speakers. Let's move on. Distortion section. These controls only have an effect when the distortion switch is on. The circuit is located in the signal path just before the volume control and a final output. Control 12 is a drive. Adjust the amount of distortion. 13 is tone. Adjust the tone level. Adjust the level. Let me guess. I didn't even have to finish reading it. Adjust the distortion output level. I was right. Okay. General controls. Tempo. Adjust the rate at which the pattern and tracks play from slow to fast. Waveform. Select the waveform of the internal VCO oscillator from reverse sawtooth or pull. I got confused again because it's like voltage control oscillator. Okay. And what does that do? Waveform. Oh, it's a switch. Yeah, pulse. Yeah, you'll hear it. It's like riding a bike. You can read the book about it, but until you start pushing the pedals and turning the bar, you gotta feel it out. Track pattern group. Select from track 1 to 7 when writing or playing tracks and patterns. You gotta use tracks if you're gonna make a song. This one pattern stuff ain't gonna work, man. I'll explain that when we get to the TB-303 sequencer. I'm gonna open that all up for everybody. Patterns in group 1 are only available for use in track 1 or 2. Patterns in group 2 for tracks 3 or 4. Yeah, you kind of look at the bold on the print. And the pattern is just type floating around in a silver where the track numbers have a box. It's a little weird. Those were different times. Where are we at now? Where are we at? Okay. Mode. Power LED. I don't know if I'm going to make it, man. Read the manual. All right, keep going. We're going to do this. Number 18. Mode. Select from track right, track play, pattern right. Mode. Power LED. Yeah, the blinky thingy. Distortion on, off. Yeah, I don't need to explain all these. Man, I'm not reading the manual. This is bad. You should not skip over things. You should read every word. Oh, well. Volume. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to read. Okay, I'm going to read it. Adjust the output level from the rear panel output and the headphones output. Make sure the volume is turned down before putting on headphones. Sequencer section. DC bar reset. All right, dude. I'm skipping this. This is the end of controls. Oh, God. This got boring. No wonder people don't read the manual. Yeah, now we're in French already. Hey, where's the English? Is that the end? Like, this is where it gets confusing, man. It's like, I didn't learn how to use it. What, is it over? No, you got to skip way ahead. So I went through all these pages just to get to the next English page. Now, this is what screwed up a lot of people. We're up on page 28, and it's only page 4. Or maybe 6. I don't know. We definitely didn't read 20 pages, but this is the next page in English. Step 3, getting started. Overview. This getting started guide will help you set the TD-3 analog baseline synthesizer and briefly introduce its capabilities. Okay, I think I'm going to start another video with the getting started section. We can skip over the controls. That is truly boring. And then it goes into French, and we'll find the English and read those, and we'll just do the using of it. Maybe I can figure out how to explain the sequencer in a way that makes perfect sense. I know how to do that. So anyway, peace to y'all. This was my first attempt at reading the fucking manual. Peace, love to everybody.